watched the other movie.
What was the other movie?
What Maisie knew.
What's that about? I think I watched it.
It's depressing.
It's depressing.
It's about a little girl whose parents are terrible.
They suck. It's Julianne Moore.
No, I haven't watched it then.
Alexander Skarsgård's in it. He plays one of the decent people.
Did you guys watch that? I couldn't watch Adolescence. Jay and Angela watched Adolescence and said it's terrible.
I haven't
sad.
watched that.
I've never even
Their
heard of it.
13-year-old, it's on Netflix, kills somebody.
Oh, yeah, I did watch that.
No empathy, no sympathy.
Oh, yeah.
It's 4 episodes, and it's all one take.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Depressing.
I hear it's...
it's good.
Lately.
What's up,
Andy
Calvin?
did for it.
What's up? Something feels weird. Maybe it's just the space. You know what I mean?
A little echoey in here.
Yeah.
Maybe.
A little echoey. Yeah.
It definitely
Like-
sounds off to me, but...
Yeah.
You all
Same.
sound good to me.
Cool. That worked for me.
We'll
That
go
works.
with that.
You know, we need to invest in a sound guy.
We do.
We need to invest in getting money in the door first.
Yeah, that's true.
We need to
We need
invest
more
in...
than 200 viewers.
Yeah.
I started to say I was making you guys puppy chow and I didn't get it done.
Damn it, Debbie.
So I'll bring
okay.
it for
That's
you.
it.
I
No.
will drop
Nope.
it off for
It's
your
over now.
podcast.
You're never invited back.
I didn't bring anything to drink because
You want
I
a
got
water?
saddled with a honeydew on my way out the door, basically.
Oh, I did too.
I had to go to Walmart and get milk.
I have to go to
I got a grandma
Rally
dude.
House and buy Royal shirts
I just get
because we're going to
grandma's.
the game tomorrow.
Nice.
I'm
you
taking all the
really?
6th graders in Jalissa's car to the game. It's pretty cool. So
3 6th
we're
graders.
leaving at 7:45, getting there at 9, but
Yeah.
for the first like 3 hours it's all on field stuff.
Well, that's cool.
So they're going to have like the dogs that do like the frisbee tricks.
Well, that's cool.
SpaceX is going to be there.
7:45 tomorrow night.
I know, no, tomorrow morning. They're going to have Science City is there, and they're going to do experiments.
Oh, I love
And there's
Science
going to be a
City.
drone demonstration.
That's cool.
Yeah, and then we get to watch the game. But Slugger's going to be there, and players are going to come out and
Oh,
meet the
that's
kids.
fun.
And
That'll be fun.
yeah, it'll be
They're
fun.
not in school tomorrow?
It's a school. It's like coming up on the last couple weeks. So
Kind of like when I went to whatever
Day at the
city
Cave.
that was.
That's what we're doing.
I need an icebreaker.
We did that for Girl Scouts.
Icebreaker?
Yeah, just a quick icebreaker for nobody. Welcome to Movies with Chill podcast. I'm your host, Chill. Today we'll be reviewing Nobody from 2021. Nobody is a action dark comedy directed by Ilya Naishuller and written by Derek Kolstad, based on an idea by Bob Odenkirk, who dealt with a home invasion himself by trapping the trespassers in the basement. He was frustrated with how the authorities dealt with the situation and had the thought about how he would have taken the matter into his own hands. He was, quote unquote,
So it's like
a badass.
a fantasy. It's a daydream, which is
Yeah.
amazing.
Right.
That's so perfect.
Starring Bob Odenkirk, Connie Nielsen, Aleksei Serebryakov.
Sure.
Yep.
Serebryakov.
Serebryakov.
I don't know my Russian actors very well. I
don't either.
apologize.
RZA and
RZA.
Christopher Lloyd. RZA.
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 Yes.
There's no I.
It doesn't matter. Its name's RZA, and he's from Wu-Tang Clan.
Okay, cool.
He's awesome.
He is.
I just, the song.
And Christopher Lloyd. After becoming the focus of crazy crime lord, Hutch must return to his life of a government assassin to protect his family. As always, I'm joined by David and Lee. How you boys doing tonight?
What's
Oi.
And of course, our favorite guest, Deb. Thanks for coming on, Deb.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.
got there? You look like you're going to write
No, it's
a
songs.
ticket to someone.
No, it's songs that they played. I love the music in this
Yes.
Yeah.
movie.
Music was the soundtrack.
I love
was
it. But where do you
awesome.
get a notebook that looks like a ticket?
My friend Judy.
So, have you guys watched anything new this week?
I watched a couple of new movies. I watched I See You.
Okay.
It was all right.
Yeah. Keep
getting
some for now.
Oh, Jalissa made me watch. What is it? Blake Lively and Anna Kendrick. It's the second one.
I'm not a Blake
I know what you're
Lively
talking
fan.
about.
Simple Favor 2.
Yeah.
I watched the 4 seasons on Netflix.
Oh.
You did?
It is super good.
Is it? Just skip
Judy,
Simple Favor 2.
no,
Skip
Tina
it.
Fey sent skip it. Tina Fey helped write it,
Oh,
and
I'm
Alda
down. I
Alden.
love her.
Alan Alda was in the original in 1981, and him and
Yeah.
Carol Burnett. But it's 4 couples: a gay couple, Tina Fey and her husband,
Mm-hmm.
Steve Carell and his wife, and I guess that's all. Maybe there were 3
I thought it
couples.
was Steve Carell and his
His
new.
No, it starts out, the first season starts out him and his present wife. And then that's the first 2 episodes. And then it shows Steve Carell and his new girlfriend.
Ah, gotcha.
Wow.
You go through the seasons, they all
Yeah, I'll have
meet.
to watch
Yeah,
it. That
it's
sounds
really
good.
good. It's good. Kind of sad, but it's good.
Have you guys seen the trailer for, is it The Long Walk? Stephen King's.
Stephen King.
It looks real good.
Does it?
Have you
It's
seen?
basically dystopian future.
I'm down.
And you can volunteer to do this walk. and it's the last man standing
Wow.
wins all this money. But like, if you stop for more than 3 seconds, they shoot you dead, and the military's just following you, and there's no end. It's just the last man standing.
Oh, wow.
And so they start like messing with each other and poisoning each other, so they go down, and they all
wow.
start off friends, and it turns bad.
I think Stephen King's one of my favorite author.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
What about you? Do you watch anything? What
watched
cartoon have you watched?
I watched the first 2 seasons of a show called The White Lotus.
Oh,
I watched season 3. I didn't watch the other 2.
Really?
You're missing out,
liked
Debbie.
it. I liked
They're
it.
all connected.
You're missing out the first 2.
They are. Well, they are, and they
all are.
Yeah, the third one's different stories, but some of the same characters. Yeah.
yeah.
That's the same with the
I've
second
watched like the 3 or 4 episodes. I haven't finished it.
Really?
Yeah.
I need to watch 1 and 2.
One, I'm going to say that having watched the first 2, the second's definitely my favorite, like by far. It starts off not being that interesting because it's a new location. I got the aftershock of like, oh, this is a whole new cast of characters with the exception of one character from season 1, Tanya.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, she's in the second season and it all takes place in Italy. The first one's in Maui. And like by the 3rd or 4th episode, I was like really intrigued. Aubrey Plaza's in the second one. And then there's a couple other name actors.
Everyone
in
says
the
it's
ones.
really good. I just need to watch it.
Gary's in 3. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walton Goggins
Gary.
is in the 3rd season, so
Yeah,
can't go
Goggins and
wrong.
there's a special cameo too. So
Cool.
yeah. Anyway, great show. Highly
was good.
recommend.
Cool.
Yeah. So, what is your favorite time in a movie that a character snapped?
Well, I can give you a whole movie. It's called Falling Down.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's good.
That's my
He
favorite one.
finally just has had enough after his
Michael
crappy
Douglas?
life.
Michael Douglas. Oh, it's so
Nailed
good.
it. Nailed it.
Him in the army surplus store is so good.
Yeah.
What, the new one with Russell Crowe, with the road rage one?
I watched that. It wasn't as good.
No.
Yeah.
I watched that when it came out. It was on Prime, I think.
I mean, you would consider John Wick as well being he snaps and
Oh,
loses.
John Wick,
guess he
favorite.
He loses his cool.
I watched all 3 Equalizers and watched
Those
the
are
third
good,
one
too.
today. Oh, I loved it.
Those are good movies. Yeah. What about you, Calvin?
I was thinking Adam Sandler in Big Daddy loses his crap at McDonald's. Okay.
That's pretty good.
And then shortly thereafter, McDonald's changed it to where they pushed back their breakfast menu
Right.
for a short while,
Right.
just because of that rant. So,
Get out
yeah,
I love Steve Buscemi saying, huh, who would have known?
yeah, right.
I like Nobody when he snapped over the kitty bracelet.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's good.
that's good.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Unhinged, Debbie. That was the name of the one.
Yeah, with Russell Crowe.
Oh, yeah.
He was scary in that.
Yeah. What was the first time you guys watched Nobody? Do you guys remember?
Was it 3 weeks ago that you said, have you watched this movie? And I hadn't.
watched it last year, and I've watched it about 4 or 5 times.
Really? Okay.
She
Yeah.
called me and said, have you seen this movie? And I said, no.
Yeah.
And she's like, I've watched it 6 times.
Yeah.
I watched it as soon as it came out on streaming.
Really?
It's,
Yeah.
I remember seeing the trailers for it, but it kind of, I don't think it ever was like super mainstream, so I just forgot about
Right.
it.
Yeah.
And then when I figured out what it was, I was like, oh, yeah.
This one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
liked
kinda
it
same.
a
And
lot.
you, Calvin, you just watched it.
I
didn't
just
you?
watched it
Yeah.
like a couple days ago for the first time.
I
so-
said every time I watch it, I pick up something different.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
You pick up different
That's
things.
cool.
Yeah.
Why Nobody?
I just liked the character. I liked the process of what he was the first 3 weeks, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
I mean, man, was that not the realist? I
Yeah.
mean, I
Right.
felt it. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, God, that is
The
so
daily
true.
grind.
This movie is John Wick's wife doesn't get cancer, and then life just grinds him down, and then he finally snaps, and goes John Wick, and then he has a weird fascination with Home Alone.
Yeah.
That's how you sum
I do,
up that movie.
I do like that the second one comes out in August, couple
Yeah.
months.
Oh,
Nobody
I
2
didn't
comes out in
realize
August.
it.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Nice.
I can't wait.
Cool.
I can't wait. When he goes to the tattoo parlor and the guy sees the tattoo,
Yeah.
the 7 and the 2 on the spades, and
Yeah.
two of spades, and he goes to the back and locks it. Thank
Yeah.
you for your service. Locks everything up.
7 of spades, 2 of diamonds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I looked it up.
I looked today
Worst
when I
hand in
watched it,
poker.
and I thought it was,
Yeah.
Dead
I thought it
man's
was
hand.
both.
Dead
yeah.
man's hand.
Let's talk a little bit about the movie before we get into spoilers. Nobody has a runtime of 92 minutes, a wide release date of March 26th of 2021 in the United States and June 9th of 2021 in the United Kingdom. Had a budget of $16 million and it grossed $57.5 million.
Nice.
Top box office for April of 2021. Any guesses?
COVID.
Yeah,
Yeah.
COVID.
No?
It's nothing good. That's probably why I didn't see this movie.
What you got?
Number 1, Godzilla versus King Kong.
Okay.
You can see our review on that one.
Yeah.
2, Demon Slayer, the movie, Mugen Train, which is badass.
Yeah.
We saw that. 3, Mortal Kombat. 4, Nobody. 5, The Unholy. 6, Raya and the Last Dragon. 7, Tom and Jerry, which is awful. 8, Voyagers. 9, The Girl Who Believes in Miracles. And 10, The Courier.
I got nothing, man. I think I know like 3 of those movies.
Yeah.
What a year.
Yeah. Facts about the movie: Bob Odenkirk physical training lasted 2 years in the lead up to the making of this film, and he recalls sharing his intentions with an actor whom he likes but won't name, only to have the man reply, "Why are you training? They have guys who do the fighting for you." He's understandably proud of his work here, adding that, "I had so much fun doing the fight sequences." Cool.
He was good.
Did. Yeah.
He was good in it.
Bob Odenkirk does almost all of his own stunts and fight scenes, using long cuts to show that it is actually him doing the moves and not a double. Ilya, the director, ran some of the script ideas by a Russian mobster quote-unquote friend, including the Russian gangsters and their obshank, and he confirmed how authentic and close to reality it all was.
Cool. I mean, the movie does not feel over the top. I think that's what I
No.
like about it.
No.
Is that even the fight scenes are very realistic and they don't seem just silly.
Yeah.
The only unrealistic part is he just keeps getting up.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, for
so-
sure. I mean,
They got stabbed.
well, I mean, but just no one
shot.
can take hits like
Yeah.
that and just keep going.
Yeah.
No one can. Yeah.
Him and the guy from The Raid, so...
Right.
Yeah.
Bob
Yeah.
Odenkirk suggested his character should wear lots of blue because his mother saw and enjoyed his work in The Post from 2017, but added that she didn't believe his eyes are as blue as they looked in the film. He says his eyes pop while wearing blue and wanted that same effect for this film. Anything of note before we get into spoilers, acting or filming? Or
Well, you said you
otherwise?
love the soundtrack, Mom.
Oh, I love the soundtrack. And he's into jazz. You know, he did I Gotta Be Me, Life is a Bitch. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Life is a Bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just all kinds
She
of
has
cool
a
music.
notepad here
No,
full
I
of-
do, but I was looking at the music.
The tiniest notes.
Oh, and then Pat Benatar. Yeah. Song
yeah.
with Pat
The
Benatar, yeah.
soundtrack's amazing.
I need to get that soundtrack. No, I was just taking notes when I was doing it today. I like on his Pentagon or wherever they looked up his records, it just said Nobody. Guess I hadn't noticed that before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
I like that.
I'm nobody.
First, would you guys recommend people watch this? And if so, who would you recommend watch? Nobody.
Age appropriate.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Anybody over 14.
Yeah.
Yeah. If
Yeah.
you like
I think
action
Ben,
movies.
Ben was in the room with parts of it, and it was.
It'd be R because of the violence.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The games he plays and stuff like that, like,
Right.
it's not any worse than that. So I would say 13, 14 and up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All on the same page, basically.
Yeah, I agree.
Cool. Well, spoilers on your account, Lee.
Yep, there you go.
All right.
But first,
Trivia.
Trivia.
Question 1. What day is trash day for Hutch?
Tuesday
morning.
That's correct.
You guys are nerds.
Who was Hutch told to ask about Yelena?
The barber.
the barber.
Barber.
Yeah.
Correct. When does temperature burn bone to ash?
1500.
Yeah.
That's correct. Question 4. What is the Russian mob retirement fund called?
Opshack.
Shack.
Shack. Crushing it, man. And question 5.
Steve sat over here like Steven Glansberg.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
By yourself.
You guys already answered this, but what is tattooed on Hutch's wrist?
Yeah.
7 of spades, 2 of diamonds.
Right.
That's correct. Which is statistically the worst possible starting hand you can be dealt in Texas Hold'em, since they are the lowest
know that.
2 cards that cannot make a straight.
Do you know how often I lose to it? All the damn time.
Somebody catch a lucky pair.
No, I play against this guy and it's his favorite hand, and he just will go all in, and it just pisses me off how often it happens. Like, you're such a piece of shit.
The tattoo that the robber had, that was a tattoo, right?
I can't
The
remember.
bird?
Yeah.
It was the bird with the things to the
He
side,
just
the
saw
circle.
Thunderbird.
Yeah, he
A
saw.
Thunderbird,
Yeah,
yeah,
Thunderbird. Yeah.
We did goodly.
Wow.
Yeah, let's get into our long form discussion.
Not
Take it
so,
away.
Not so long
Not
form.
so long.
Yeah, not so long.
So The beginning of this movie, it starts off with your average Joe, his everyday life of getting up, getting his coffee, going to work, coming home, dinner, rinse, repeat, and it shows, you get a snippet of his day, and it just keeps compiling and running faster and faster, and it shows the everyday grind.
Every single person that watches this movie will feel that.
Yeah, everyday grind of life, and it's just wearing him out. You can just see it in his face.
He's also not lazy. Like, he gets up and he exercises and he goes to work and he does what he's supposed to do. And
just can't get
his
the trash
kids
out
are
on
disappointed in him. And like his wife is just
sleeps
kind of
with
like
pillows in between
a
them.
wall, a fort.
I don't understand that. Like,
It's so funny. So I sleep with a pillow next to me, but I use it to hug it because otherwise, after the wreck, my arms hurt. So I use it. And I was like, Jalissa, she watched it with me. I said, I only sleep with the pillow there because I have to hug it. She's like, you're an idiot. She goes, they can't even see each other. There's so many pillows.
Right?
You know?
Oh my
Gosh.
what kind of
It was like
marriage
a long
is this?
body pillow.
It's
That's
a
what it
body
was.
pillow.
It was a
Yeah,
body
they're like
pillow.
king pillows. It was crazy.
Maybe she didn't want him in her space, right?
Yeah, apparently.
I like that he
Change your
worked.
mind.
He worked for his father-in-law
Yeah.
and brother-in-law,
And
and that was part
the
of the grind. They
brother-in-law.
thought he was a yeah.
Do you know how many guys I know that act just like that?
I liked when he hit him in the stomach. He said, "Just sit down, just sit down, yeah,
Relax.
sit down,
You're fine.
relax."
You're fine.
You'll be
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Mundane.
And really just grind, like I said, grinding him down. And then one night we get a home invasion, and it's two young people, pretty desperate, looking to score.
You don't know it right at first, but then
You don't.
within a few minutes you realize, oh, they don't know what they're doing.
No, they
like
haven't
you
a
can
clue.
tell.
Unloaded
They're
gun.
looking for whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gun's not loaded. There's no cash in the
You
house.
don't know that during this scene,
No,
though.
you don't.
He does, but you
his
don't.
mannerism changes quick when he realizes that
Yeah.
it's not loaded.
Well, he's going to hit her with a
Golf club.
Yeah.
The home invasion doesn't go as planned. Teenage son comes down and tackles the male half of the couple, and she's got the gun on him, and he's walking up behind her and is going to clock her, but he knows he can't because once he starts down that path, he's not going to be able to stop. So he doesn't dismantle the two robbers like he knows he probably can, but we don't know that yet. It just looks like he's
he
coward.
fails.
yeah,
He's a
he doesn't-
coward.
He doesn't want his son to get shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he lets him go, and then the cops show up, and the cops are actually giving him shit for.
Yeah. You know what I'd do if someone
I
broke
would
into
know
my
that
house.
been my
Yeah.
family.
And even the son is like,
Explain something.
Yeah.
The pizza box. Did he leave the garage unlocked and they raised it up and put the pizza box, or did he leave a pizza box in the garage?
No, what happened was they probably waited for him to shut the door.
Okay.
And then slid
and
the
then
pizza
slid
box.
the pizza box
Okay.
in.
And then
Okay.
came in after.
I
Yeah.
just wondered about that.
That's what I would guess too.
And your initial thoughts is, yeah, he's just,
He's a coward.
yeah.
But
I mean, I obviously knew something was going to happen,
Yeah.
but it goes a while with him sucking.
Yeah.
Like, he's just not a failure, but just kind of a.
Embarrassment
he's
to his
finally-
son.
Yeah.
He's finally conceded that, it is what it is. We'll move on. And then his daughter says, well, they stole my
Kitty
kitty cat bracelet.
Yeah.
And he's like, what?
He said, "I'll be back."
Absolutely not.
He just walks out, grabs his keys, and leaves.
Just gone.
in his like normal clothes.
On the metro.
Yeah.
Taking his bus pass and
Yeah, he
running
goes
all
to
over town.
tattoo shops, and he knows the tattoo. He has it drawn out, and he was like, "Have you seen this tattoo?" And everyone's like, "No, no, no, no."
Haven't seen it.
And then he goes to some underground tattoo parlor, and that's what you were talking about earlier.
Where the
They're
other
like, "Can we
veterans
help
sees it.
you?" And he's like, "Have you seen this?"
Well,
And-
Come up behind him with a baseball bat.
Before he goes out, he stops by to see his dad, and he grabs his old FBI.
Oh, that's right.
credentials
Oh, yeah,
And
yeah,
money.
yeah.
and money,
Money
and his,
clip.
and his gun, I think.
And his dad, yeah, he grabs the little gun,
Yeah, the little
revolver.
38.
And his dad's Christopher Lloyd, by
Yeah,
the way,
which
and
is
like
great.
sitting in a chair watching westerns,
Yeah,
In a
like
nursing
90
home.
years old.
eating food,
With
like
these,
nothing.
back to the door.
Yeah,
He goes to all the tattoo shops, finally gets to the last one, and flashes the badge, and they say, well, that thing's about 10 years
20 years old. Yeah.
10 years too old.
Yeah.
And doesn't look like you on the picture, and pulls out the cash. He goes, I'm looking for somebody. And there's like a lot of nerve flashing that kind of cheese.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, there's two types of people that flash cheese. Those that don't give a shit. Ones that wish somebody would try to take it from him. And as he's holding the money up, the shop owner sees the tattoo on his wrist, the 7 deuce, and recognizes that that's not a good sign from his military service, and says, I'm out. Thank you for your service.
he does it.
Locks
I love
like
that he.
Is the old guy.
eight different locks that you hear slamming shut. Then he looks
And
up
the
at the
door,
window,
the metal
and
door.
he slides that.
And
over.
all of the guys in the tattoo shop are watching it because
Yeah.
it takes place over like 20 seconds. Like
And
that's a
they're like,
long time.
yeah.
And they're all just kind of watching him, and
and
they're
they
like,
all just back off.
"What's going on here?"
He's just like, point me in the direction of this tattoo.
Yeah, and they do.
And they do.
Yeah.
So he finds the people that are responsible for robbing him, and he sneaks in and gets the drop on him, takes his watch back that she took from him, and he starts grilling him over the kitty cat bracelet, which they have not seen. They didn't take the kitty cat.
He knocks
Yeah.
the guy. Yeah.
He hits the guy with a gun, and he's all
Pistol whips him.
super aggro, and then you hear the baby start crying.
Because he was going to shoot, I
Yeah,
think.
I think
He was
he
going
was.
to kill the
Yeah.
guy.
I think he was going to unload. He hears the baby, goes in there, and then just leaves.
I love that he gets pissed though.
Yeah.
It's like God damn
damn
it.
it.
Yeah, and he leaves.
Right. So then he gets on the bus, and he's going to go home.
My favorite scene in the entire movie.
Just happened to be a boatload of Russians in an SUV.
Russian mob.
His voiceover in this part is my favorite.
Yeah.
Him saying, God, please.
Let him in,
Yeah,
yeah.
let him in. I've never wanted you to let someone in a bus so
Well, they hit
Right.
They
the
wrecked their
barrier
vehicle.
into the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wreck their vehicle, and the bus is just right there, and they're all like, "Bus!"
Let us in.
So they all get on the bus, and they're all causing trouble.
I cannot believe the bus driver let him in.
Me either.
Like, come on.
What are you
No
thinking?
one would let those
No.
guys in.
Nobody. Nobody with a brain in their head.
No.
Anyway.
Well, the one guy was reading the book. He
And
got
then-
up.
yeah, there's a cute little guy reading the book, gets up,
And
but
then
there's a
little
cute little
girl.
girl sitting in the middle of the bus.
And they surround her.
Yeah.
That's when Bob says, "You're getting home safe tonight."
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna
he
fuck
starts
you
his first fight, and he tells them, "I'm gonna fuck you up." And they all just laugh at him, and he just proceeds to literally just
He
beat
takes
the
his watch
living-
off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just beats the brakes off.
He puts
these
it on the
guys.
other wrist.
But he gets the crap beat out of him too. But
Oh, yeah, he takes the
just
shot.
he's
He
like
got
Jason
thrown out the
Voorhees.
window.
Yeah.
He got thrown
Yeah,
out
he's
the bus
Jason
window.
Voorhees. He just sets right back up.
I love
and
the
just
part.
keeps going.
He's trashing these dudes, and he finally does get thrown out of the window, and they think the fight's over with, and he just gets up, gets back on the bus.
Oh, he had
and-
been stabbed too
Yeah.
by that
Yeah.
time.
and pulls the knife out of his side, and they're all looking at him like, "We may have screwed up."
Yeah.
Well, I do like that. Right as this fight starts to happen, he pulls his gun out and takes all the bullets out.
Yep.
Yeah.
And throws it
That's
down.
what he said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was great.
It's so good. He takes his belt out and is doing all sorts of moves on him. But man, when he's punching that guy and his teeth are flying out of his head, and the guy goes, "How bad is it?"
It's bad.
Yeah.
Then he takes
Spit
a
chiclets, dude. You're done.
Yeah, it's bad.
he takes one of the poles, like the hanging bus poles, and he like snaps it, and he's getting ready to come up, and one dude's just like, "I'm in danger."
Yeah.
Well, the guy got his gun
Right.
and was trying to load it, and he grabs the bar off, and before he can get loaded and pointed at him, he's already on top of him.
Yes.
The gun goes off, but he's blocking it away and just beats the,
Hits him in the throat. Yeah.
beats the shit out of him.
And then he just gets off and
Well, he gets a straw out
Gives
and
him a
helps.
tracheotomy
Oh, yeah, he
because
does.
he
Yeah, gives
couldn't
him a trach.
breathe.
Yeah, he couldn't
which
breathe.
I was like, why? But okay,
Yeah.
you killed other dudes, but
This
He
guy.
must have been felt bad about the throat
I guess.
Right.
injury.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's like character development that he's not.
He's not a killer.
No,
killer.
he's just knows
Blowing
what he's
off
doing.
steam.
Yeah.
I love that he gets home and your initial thought is, oh no, he's going to try and hide it from his wife. But his wife is like, hey, where'd you go? And he's like, I ran into some trouble. And she's like, all right, come on in here. And then she starts sewing him up like it was just any other Tuesday,
Instantly, that was some of the best character development because you instantly knew what the wife's problem was.
Right.
Yeah.
That he used to be this just unstoppable force.
And now he's a pussy.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And she misses it.
Yeah, like he won't stand up to his father-in-law, won't stand up to her brother.
Right. Because he's just trying to act
Be
like a
normal.
normal
Yeah.
person.
He's trying to not
A normal,
kill
boring
everybody.
guy.
And yeah.
Doing his best not to kill everyone.
And how many years had it been? 10 years, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it should have been longer than that because of the son.
kids.
Yeah,
Oh,
the son
yeah.
was like 15, probably 14.
Yeah.
or
Probably
15.
been 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Imagine that dude in his prime.
Right.
Ooh.
Scary.
Yeah.
So is this when he decides he's going to buy the... No, I can't remember what happens
No,
next.
he's going to fix lasagna the
Yeah.
next night.
And then all the Russians show up.
yeah, you don't come to my home.
He opens something on the wall and hits like the
light
power
switch to the basement.
Yeah,
the light
panic
switch to the
room.
basement is actually
Like a panic room.
a panic room. Yeah.
Right.
So he locks his family down in there and he goes, don't come out.
Don't call 911.
Yeah, don't call 911.
Yeah.
I was just like, all right, then. We're just going to handle this in-house.
So now we get like a John Wick scene.
Yeah.
Like when the bad guys come in. Like
Yeah.
he knows what he's doing.
yeah,
Yeah.
works them.
Yeah, he works them good.
Just,
and they get the information because of people in the hospital right?
Yeah, he found a
Metro card.
Yeah, his Metro card.
Right.
And so they take it and they're like, run this.
Well, Yuri goes in the hospital, beats the crap out of the poor guy that lost the teeth because he didn't protect his brother.
Yeah.
And then I think he was going to head to the other guy, and he goes, "What do you got for me?" And the guy goes, "With the Metro card." He holds
Yeah.
it out. And then he has his girl at the office track it down. She calls her source at the Pentagon.
Right.
Yeah, I love that
Access
part.
denied. And the guy...
She gets his file and she's looking through it. She's like, "I'm out. You don't need to pay me. Bye."
Yeah, it just says nobody. Everything is redacted.
Yeah.
Everything.
Well, she has on him, the guy, her source, porn.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so he does this for her.
Yeah. God. So yeah, he's just cooking lasagna and they're having a normal
Meal.
evening. Yeah. And then they show up and we get a giant
Hilarity
fight scene.
ensues.
Yeah.
It was a great scene. Too.
Yeah. And then he gets his family out of the basement and they have like a blanket over the kid's head, the little kid's head.
Yeah.
Well, first they put him in the car, the trunk.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
And he
they put
comes
him in the
back.
trunk
You're
because
right.
Yuri wants him alive.
Right.
And they put him in the trunk, the black Russian that
Yeah.
works for Yuri, and two other people, and he's in the trunk. And then he makes it out of
Gets out of the trunk and hits
because
him
he
with
has
the
has the
fire,
spray.
the fire extinguisher.
That's why they
Yeah.
wreck. It's full of the fire extinguisher, and they wreck.
He gets
And
out.
he makes it out. Yeah.
It's like, hey, man.
He sits on the ground
dying?
next to him to talk to
He says,
him.
"I've
Yeah.
never seen a black Russian."
Yeah.
And the guy goes, "I get that all the time."
Yeah. And then he just
Dies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'm not going to get any more out of you.
And then he walks back home.
Yeah.
Right?
Then
Yeah.
he gets back home and lets them out.
One of my,
Yeah, I love that he's covering his kids up.
And then the son's like,
What is happening?
right.
Dad did all this.
And he was like, "Go." Where does he say? Go to your mom's or go somewhere.
he said, "Just get him safe." And she
Yeah.
says, "I'll get him safe."
And then he drags them all to the basement and has them all tied up, and he's talking to them.
There's
Yeah.
4 of them. One starts out alive, and then he dies.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's talking to him.
One of my favorite parts of the whole movie is he goes upstairs and then as he's getting ready to leave the house, he finds
says,
the little girl's
"Damn it." Yeah.
bracelet.
That
and
damn
he's like,
kitty cat break.
Right.
Yeah, it's underneath the couch.
Where
right.
the dead guys are, yeah, because
Yeah.
he drops something. Yeah.
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 Damn it.
So
Unleashed him for nothing.
Right?
But I love that he's talking to him and they die. And he's like getting gold bars out and he's like getting his money out and stuff like that. And then he starts that record. And
Louis
like
Armstrong,
It's
yeah.
like a nitrous film.
Yeah.
record and it burns super hot. His
1500
neighbor, we never
degrees.
talked about his neighbor being a douchebag as
The
well.
neighbor with
Right,
the,
with the Challenger?
Challenger. Yeah.
1970 Challenger.
Yeah.
He got from his dad.
V8, 4.7.
He goes to walk out and he turns around and sees that Challenger and he's like, yeah, I'll take that.
take that.
Yeah.
Because he was going to take the Russians' car. He clipped
Yeah.
it, yeah. Oh, in the meantime, though, he had warned his dad, remember? That
Trouble
they're coming.
Might,
yeah.
might be heading your way.
And he's like, okay.
Okay.
And they show up there and he's ready for
He
him.
shotguns them, both of them.
Yeah.
double barrel too.
Yeah.
Separate
Oh,
And I
shots.
love that the guy that's supposed to be watching him
The
like wakes
attendant
up and
says-
he's like, what's happening?
He's holding him in his lap and he can't see him because his back.
And he's like,
turns in front
turn
of
the
chair.
westerns down.
Yeah, turn
Yeah.
TV down.
Yeah, no
And he
problem,
goes,
no problem.
yeah.
Choking him out.
It's so
Because they come up in front of him initially, and he's got the blanket on. He's acting like he's asleep, and then when
yeah.
he wakes up, then he pulls the blanket down. He shoots one of them with one side of the shotgun, and then the other one he like forces over to get into the range of the second shot, and
Yeah.
blows them both away.
He goes to the op shack.
he goes
Burns it all down.
burns it. And he's like, I'm kind of doing him a favor. He hates this anyways.
Right,
He
he
doesn't want
wants
to watch this. Yeah.
He wants out.
He wants out. And this is a
Rather
good way
see
out.
karaoke.
So he does that and he burns all of his art as well.
Yep.
Except
and
one
takes one.
picture.
Except
Picture.
one, but
Takes one. With him.
that's what really sets him off. And he's like, no.
And then he shows up at his club.
No, the
No,
in-laws'
work.
house.
He goes to work
He
first.
goes
Yeah, he
to
goes to work to buy
with the gold
the
bars.
shop.
Yeah.
He gives them an
That's
offer.
when we get the brother-in-law scene, who's
Yeah.
like a bro douchebag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he punches him in the stomach and he sits down and he's like, it'll be okay.
Dad,
It's fine. It'll be okay.
I want the shop. You're just
What
going to
am I
sell it to
gonna
me.
do?
Well,
Yeah.
I think he had offered to buy the father-in-law shop. It was a good offer, but it wasn't a great offer. So then he throws the gold bars down in front of
This
him.
is my offer. He's like, okay.
Okay.
What am I going to do? I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Then he makes the whatever that thing is. It's like a grenade, but it's not with the string.
Oh,
right?
he does it. He home alones it.
Yeah.
The whole.
Straight
But
up.
then he does the shop, right? He
Yeah.
gets
Yeah.
everything
Creates all the traps.
before he
and all
shows
the-
up
Yeah.
at,
Yeah, and then
at
he
the
goes-
restaurant or the club.
Goes to the club and he's sitting down eating a steak dinner, watching the dude sing.
I forgot that the guy
Oh, that guy
sings.
danced. The
Guy
way he
sees him in
dances.
the
twice.
crowd and he's just like, this motherfucker.
Yeah,
Right.
It's right here, and he's just
got
eating.
some balls.
He's just eating food.
He's got the
He's like, this is
napkin
like
over
one of the
his
best
thing.
meals I've had. This is
No, and he was like, "How was the meal?" He goes, I come for the show."
Oh yeah, because he's singing. Yeah, you're right.
And we did too kind of skip over that every once in a while throughout the movie, he pulls out like a radio. And he's got one at work, and then he gets
where he's
one
talking
at home.
to
and,
RZA.
Yeah, and he's talking to this person. He's like,
Oh, his brother.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you honestly don't know if he is talking to someone.
Yeah.
Like you
Right.
kind of think like, is that his
losing it.
inner monologue?
But
yeah.
then he tells him to go see the barber.
Yeah.
And he does do that.
Yeah.
So when he tells him, he goes, "I'm not going to come out there and save your white ass."
Yeah.
Yeah.
No more. Yeah.
But then he said, well, they tried to hit Dad too. And he goes, yeah, who do you think helped clean up that mess?
Right.
Yeah.
So he sets up the final scene. He runs from the club, and they chase after him, and he heads straight
well,
to
he
where
gives
he
him
was.
the
like this.
option. He
And
says,
sits
he's like,
down.
oh,
he says,
please come
be
after
done.
me.
Got rid of the money for you. Now you don't have to do it.
Just call it even.
Call it even. We're done. And he's like, I'm going to leave here. And then when he pulls away, he's going, please don't be outside. Don't follow me.
No,
don't.
I thought he
No,
was
he
saying,
wanted
No,
him to
he
follow.
did.
wanted them. He's like,
Oh,
Yeah,
maybe
he
I
wanted him.
yeah.
Yeah.
Please.
Please. He wasn't done being violent.
What's his name runs out and he's off he goes.
Yuri or whatever. Yeah. That
So
was pretty good.
They follow him to his workplace where he's got everything all set up, ready to go.
Oh, it's Home Alone. I
Booby
love it.
traps.
Booby
Oh,
traps.
He
everything.
doesn't quite make it in the door, and he gets shot. He takes a round, and then RZA. I don't remember what his character's name.
I didn't
was.
think he got shot.
He did. He
gets
took
shot.
one. He
Does he?
took one in the shoulder.
Oh,
not,
okay,
Not
okay.
lethal, but he takes one,
All the
and he's
times I
pinned
watched
down. And then RZA pops out of the window and starts picking guys off with a sniper rifle.
Dad opens the
Dad
door.
opens the door with his shotguns and pulls him in. The next point, he goes, all the stuff I've done, I miss this the most.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Christopher Lloyd.
So all the Russians come in, they get sucked into the action, and they get pretty much torn apart.
Right.
There's several different traps that are just really great. Comes down to a one-on-one with
Him and Yuri.
him and Yuri
They're out of-
because
they're out of
they're all
bullets.
out of ammo.
Ammo.
Yuri's got a machine gun.
Brother's shot.
He's shot. Dad's not. Brother's shot, and then he takes the claymore out that he taken to the club, pretty much dispersed the crowd with, so he could have the conversation with him, and he slaps it on the front of this. I'm assuming
Shield. Some kind of a shield.
like plexiglass,
Right.
super durable.
Yeah. Bulletproof something.
Bulletproof something, and then just charges at him, and it goes off and kills
Blows him
Yuri,
off.
and then blows him back, which I thought was one of the most clever deaths I've seen in a
Yeah.
movie in quite some time.
Yeah.
Right.
Except for Sisu with the
Right.
Grenade. Landmine.
landmine on the head,
Right.
Ooh.
and that
That was
pretty
neat when they were fighting, though, and then they got back to back.
Right.
Both the dad and the.
And so they
then they-
realize they have to.
They got to get out.
They got to get out.
So next scene, it shows
Him and the.
Hutch and his wife looking to buy a new house.
Right.
No, it was him at the police station. It started out with him at the police
Yeah.
station.
Yeah, he's at
brings
the police
cat
station.
out of his thing.
Oh my god, I love the cat.
And gets the can opener he'd brought and the thing, cat
Tuna,
food.
tuna.
And they're looking at him like, who are you?
Me, I'm nobody.
And at the end,
Then the phone
that's when-
rings, and they
they're
let
at the
him
end.
go.
Yeah.
That scene continues at the end, and and they're like, and they let him go. Gotta let him go. Then it's
then
the
he
house.
goes, house shop with his wife, and the realtor gets a call on her
Twice,
phone
yeah.
for Hutch.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was unknown. I think it was the second time she goes, "It's for you."
Yeah.
And his
That's
wife
amazing.
said, "We have to have a
He's
basement."
got a basement.
They
He
do.
knows he's getting called in to do some more dirty work.
I am very much looking forward to the second one.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they do some like prequel stuff. I want
That'd be
some-
cool.
I want some backstory.
I like the other brother and dad going across country, I guess, to whatever their identity to change or whatever.
Yeah.
yeah.
And he goes, "Well, why didn't we fly?" In the back of the van, he says, "Well, something about our cargo or something." And then they both thought that was funny.
Of course.
Yeah, that was good.
I did like they did the invincible bit at the beginning of the movie where they're sitting down and like, "What's your name?" And or "Who are you?" And he goes, "I'm," and then it does nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The title card. So
Yeah, the opening scene's great.
he wouldn't understand because he doesn't
because
watch
he
Invincible.
refuses to watch
Yeah,
Invincible.
he refuses to watch it. So.
Sorry.
Oh,
I
well.
don't refuse to watch it. I just forget.
What's
That's
Invincible?
It's a
Which-
cartoon.
Oh,
It's really good. It's the best comic book I've ever read.
I like SpongeBob.
This is way better than SpongeBob.
Yeah.
I like SpongeBob and Big City Green.
I'm already watching Attack on Titan. What else do you want from me, Calvin?
You're welcome.
We're not watching it though. We haven't watched it in a while.
I
That's
like
true.
Gravity Falls. I like Big City
I
Green.
like Gravity Falls, and I like the Adventure Time, but I like that they're deeper than what they're supposed to be. Gravity Falls
Right?
is
It's
super
like
deep.
preaching to the choir.
Oh, so Invincible's deeper than it should be?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Or what is?
Whew. Anyway,
Man,
I love it.
peasants.
Peasants.
On the commentary, Bob Odenkirk wonders about the possibility of a sequel and whether they keep the same tone. In quotes, anyway, that's a worry that I hope to get to have. He also points out that his comedy career has seen him make fun of action movies, characters, and the swagger associated with it all. I knew this would be a challenge. I knew I'd be out of my wheelhouse. I knew I wanted it to be non-ironic. Playing this without the safety net of comedy has given him a new appreciation for the genre.
I thought he nailed it.
Oh, yeah. I thought everyone did, really. It was great.
So,
Oh, she removed the pillow, too.
Oh, did she?
The wife did. Yes, she did.
so David, do you want to give a rundown of what our ratings
Sure.
are for the movies?
So we are an S through F tier. S being a perfect movie in our eyes. We can only have 10 in that category. We have The Way Way Back, Jaws, Elf, and The Exorcist. Those are the only 4 we have so far after, what, a year and a half?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then we have A, which is a super solid movie. Doesn't really, maybe there's some stuff in it that we don't like. B is a good movie. C is average. D is below average. Like, probably won't watch it again. And F is trash.
Yeah.
Irredeemable trash.
Irredeemable trash. So with that, Mom, what would you give this movie?
An A.
Okay. Just
Yeah,
solid
I
A.
like solid A.
Okay.
Dave?
You want to go?
Yeah, I'm gonna go A as well. Maybe A plus. I'll go A plus on it.
Oh, can we do A plus?
Yeah.
I'll do A plus.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's great. It's totally rewatchable.
Yeah.
For me to
Super
watch
fun.
it that many
Yeah.
times, right?
Yeah, it's super fun. Acting's great in it. Story is great. Very enticing. Filming's amazing. The fight scenes are amazing.
Yeah.
I cannot
They look like they're
imagine
really-
the cinematography, like the choreography that it takes to do that.
Sort of like John Wick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It surprised me. Like, I thought it would be good, but I didn't think it'd be that good.
Yeah.
It's good. It's just hard to give a movie like this an S.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I'd give it a solid A.
Yeah.
Odenkirk did a great job. I've never seen him in anything that I didn't like. There was nothing of his fault that would make something bad. I always think he does a great job. He's a Better Call Saul is probably one of the top 10 TV shows of all time,
Of all
in my
time.
opinion.
You know, I've never watched it.
Really? Did you watch
It's-
Breaking Bad?
No.
Wow.
I can't believe I haven't because I usually like
It's really
that
good.
kind
I
of
will
stuff.
tell you that Breaking Bad, it's depressing,
Yeah.
but it's good. It's dark.
It's
Yeah.
very dark.
Well, I knew.
But
I've
it's solid.
watched outtakes on Reels or YouTube
Yeah,
of
it's
Breaking
great.
Bad.
Yeah.
You can watch Better Call Saul
But
without watching Breaking
I'm gonna,
Bad.
well,
but it's better
I,
with it.
I think
Yeah.
I am because I really like him. I'm always trying to find something.
He's
Watch
excellent.
Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
'Cause
Breaking Bad's
I
probably
kinda-
one of my top 3 in an age.
I mean, but I think that in rating wise, it's in the top 3 TV shows ever made.
yeah, of all time.
Well, and sometimes I don't want to get started on seasons because they cut them off, you know, or shows that have like 8 or 10 episodes. If I watch the trailer and I'm like, I like Long Bright River. Have you watched that?
No,
Oh,
I
that's
don't know
good.
what that
it was
is.
okay.
I liked it.
It was all right.
Amanda Seyfried's a police officer. It's a mystery. It's good.
I like her.
Hot take. I think Better Call Saul's a better show than Breaking Bad.
Nice.
So,
Oh, we didn't say what you're going to rate
No,
it.
we will.
oh yeah,
Oh.
we will.
Anyway,
Anyway,
yeah, fight scenes are great. Odenkirk's awesome. Christopher Lloyd's good. All praise RZA.
Yeah.
He's the man.
Yeah.
Yeah, the action was solid. There was no bad action in it. In my opinion, it seemed as realistic as a over-the-top action movie is going to be.
Yeah.
And still kept its pace really well.
Yeah.
Had a good mix of, non-action.
It's never boring, that's for sure.
No, it's really good. And they leave a lot to your imagination to try to figure out, and which, like Debbie says, upon rewatch, you figure a lot more
Oh,
out.
right.
I give it an A. Yeah,
Cool.
all day long.
Calvin?
guess I'm just Johnny Raincloud this time around.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
all right.
Initially, I was going to give this a B minus, but I think you guys pulled me up to probably about a B plus. Somewhere
Okay.
there. So I'm thinking probably about a B.
What was your issues with it?
I really liked Bob Odenkirk's performance and stuff like that in this. I thought there was a lot of funny moments in it, but there were times where it just felt like a generic action movie. If that makes sense.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So, and I feel maybe it just caught me on like the wrong mood or the wrong night, but I just kind of felt a little bit more average. But
Sure.
you know, with
Yeah.
Bob Odenkirk and stuff, C is our average. Like it is above average
Yeah, of
movie
course.
for me, but I just don't think it's like A tier for me. So
That's fair.
Opinions make
Yeah.
the world go round. That's good.
So overall, what, A minus?
I'm good with an A minus. I really am.
Yeah.
Sounds
Minus.
good.
So
Yeah.
Sounds good.
cool.
Solid.
Cool.
Cool.
Well, Mom, thank you for coming again.
Of course.
Well, thank you for reviewing the movie that I like so much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were
Anytime.
we were looking, and
course.
I was like, "Oh crap!" She suggested this, and I watched it, and it was awesome. Let's watch it.
Let's do it.
let's
Yeah.
do it.
I can't believe you
Suggesting
gave
it.
The Raid a higher score than this movie, though. That's just my opinion.
Well, it's got better action in it.
Do you guys ever do supernatural movies? Like,
Oh, yeah.
I love
We'll do
Constantine.
anything.
Have you ever watched Constantine?
yeah.
I love
That is
Constantine.
probably the single greatest portrayal of the devil in
I
a
love
movie
it.
that I've ever seen.
Oh, I love that guy.
Peter
He comes
Stormare?
down with
Yeah,
his
he's
dripping
so
off
good.
his. I don't know. Another one. Another
Peter
good one
Stormare.
was The Prophecy when Viggo Mortensen was the devil.
Yeah.
On the yeah, he was a
Christopher
good
walking
devil.
on
yeah.
the edge of the chair, on the top of the chair.
But
It's so
the
good.
devil was outside in the
Yeah.
he was like gives me goosebumps. Think about him.
Right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys
maybe
for having
do
me. I
one,
appreciate
and
it.
You'll
Yeah.
be back again.
I do.
Yeah, you definitely
Yeah.
will
Okay.
be. So
All right.
thank you so
Thanks,
much.
guys.
Have a
Bye.
good
You're
one.
welcome. Bye.
Later.
Oi, oi.